Hey all, today I'm at Xtreme Machines in Hickory, North Carolina with Bella. Some of you may have seen our trip a couple of weeks ago to the land between the lakes and seen the damage that we took on one of the trails. We have an older 3-inch lift that was not necessarily designed for all of our adventures. Jeremy already had a new lift ordered with intentions to install it on Lagatha, but once Bella took a blow, we decided, since she does all of the traveling, it would be best to put it on her. So today, Xtreme Machines is going to install the AEV 3.5-inch DualSport suspension system with Bilstein 5100 shocks. The reason we chose the AEV DualSport is it is supposed to provide us with extreme off-road capabilities while offering amazing on-road performance and handling. So now let's head on into the garage and see what the AEV DualSport suspension is all about. Now, in addition to the AEV suspension, we will also be installing a Hellwig rear sway bar and a machforce Y pipe by AFE. It's recommended that you upgrade your sway bar from the factory sway bar if you're going to be lifting over 3.5 inches. Now, the Hellwig sway bar will help to eliminate any of the body sway that you may experience when passing large semi-trucks, and it also gives you more control when making turns. The AFE machforce Y pipe reroutes the exhaust to provide clearance for the driveshaft, and as we all know in extreme off-roading conditions, clearance is a pretty big deal. Now that you know what we are doing, we're gonna let Steven get this girl in the air. All right, so we are at Xtreme Machines with Steven, and Steven's gonna tell us a little bit about what is with this AEV 3.5-inch DualSport suspension kit. So Steven, tell us what we got.
Well, you've got a variety of geometry correction brackets. You've got a nice steering stabilizer. You've got proper bump stops so that you don't overextend things. It comes with a very nice new drag link and a very nice new track bar brackets. Reservoir springs, Bilstein DualSport shocks. It's a very nice kit.
And here is the machforce Y pipe by AFE. Now, Steven, this is much beefier than the stock exhaust, correct?
Yes, it is. It should give you much better flow.
So I wanted to take a minute to talk about the Hellwig rear sway bar. Because of a Jeep Wrangler's ability to easily flip over, they have both front and rear sway bars. The Jeep sway bars enhance the safety and the stability of the vehicle so that they handle better. Sway bars can either be solid or tubular. Now, tubular sway bars are hollow, which means that they are lighter than the solid versions. Because they are more lightweight, if you want to achieve the same stiffness as a solid sway bar, you'll most likely have to upgrade to a larger diameter. While most stock sway bars will do a fairly decent job, aftermarket sway bars are going to be higher quality and more heavy duty. So now let's take a look at the Hellwig sway bar compared to the Jeep's stock sway bar. The Hellwig rear sway bar is solid and the diameter comes in at 22 millimeters versus the Jeep's stock sway bar, which is 17 millimeters. You can clearly see the more beefy construction of the Hellwig sway bar. Now, while we are using the AEV end links that are included in our lift kit, the Hellwig Sway Bar can in fact use the factory end links for installation. And for about $200, it is well worth the money to upgrade to improve on-road handling and reduce the potential for body roll. Think about this. How many times have you been traveling down the highway at higher speeds, then along comes a passing semi-truck? Notice how you really have to have a handle on your Jeep to prepare for the rock and roll effect. The Hellwig Sway Bar is designed to manage that handling much better. Now let's get a glimpse of how the guys at Xtreme Machines are coming along with the install.
So when you put the no drill high steer kit in, there's a tapered sleeve that comes in from the bottom. Make sure it'll stand there. And that replaces the taper on the factory arm.
Got it.
And it was right about this point in the install when adult responsibilities took priority and the wifey had to get back to work. So unfortunately we missed filming the install of the rear portion of the lift kit. So we thought, what better way to show you the final product than to give it a little off-road testing. To be honest, when you're reading about the AEV 3.5-inch DualSport Lift Kit, most of it sounds too good to be true. So I always take that with a grain of salt. But this thing really has outperformed all of our expectations. On the road it handles kind of like a car, and off-road it has its feet under it, and Kim feels very comfortable putting it through its paces. The Hellwig rear sway bar has made body roll a thing of the past, and even though she left her sway bars connected and got a little three-wheel motion on a lot of these obstacles, she still never felt uncomfortable. And now with the AFE machforce Y-pipe, when she gets a little flexy, we no longer have to fear that her drive shaft is going to come in contact with the exhaust, because now everything is tucked up and out of the way. One thing we didn't mention is when you purchase the 3.5-inch DualSport suspension system from AEV, they also throw in their ProCal programming module. This allows you to recalibrate your speedometer for the larger tire size and lots of other things for the Jeep. So definitely check that out. But again, if you buy the 3.5-inch, you don't have to purchase it. You already get it for free. The final thing I would like to note is that since the installation of our AEV lift kit, it also put a lot of stress on our factory drive shaft. So our R-Zeppa joint quickly deteriorated while we were on the trail. So after that, we added the Adams drive shaft front and rear 1310 solid U-joints Extreme Duty series. So now we'll no longer have to worry about our drive shaft being a weak link. I think Bella is finally becoming everything that my wife has wanted her to be.
Man, go ahead. Come on, you're good now. That'll be easy. Just come on. Easy peasy line. You got the good line for this side?
A little bit, driver. Keep going, driver. Hold right there. You good? I'll get out of the way, I promise. Right there. Hold it right there. Beautiful.
Nice.
You're coming. There you go. You're clean.
That's the master from FMC Overland, Travis, giving her a little trail guidance. Nice. Yeah, baby.
And thanks for watching another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. We like this lift kit so much we're about to buy the exact same thing again for my Jeep. So it's definitely worth putting on your radar if you're looking for a great ride and great off-road capability at an affordable price.